everybody. Today we'll be talking about creepypastas. Ooh. Now, if you don't know what a creepypasta is, it's basically like internet horror story characters, very scary. And they used to terrify the shit out of me when I was a child. And looking back, they weren't all that scary, but definitely an interesting culture. I mean, it's either creepypastas or SCPs that you could be into if you grew up during that time. I was more of a creepypasta person. I feel like the majority of the public were. The only problem with SCPs is a lot of it's redacted, so kind of ruins the fun of it. I know they're trying to be secret documents, but goddamn, I don't need to read the Epstein files for internet horror. That shit's fucking spooky, alright? And when I was a kid, I used to read creepypastas, watch creepypasta videos, all that type of shit. Played some of the games, but very scary, alright? I'll tell you what, shit is terrifying. I don't really know which one to go first, so I guess I'll pick Slender Man, probably the most iconic creepypasta. But anyway, Slender Man, he's kind of like this spooky, slender guy, given the name. He lives in the woods, very scary. And yeah, that was fucking spooky, I guess. They had a video game, like on one of those fucking websites, and it's very funny, looking back. I mean, I guess it was scary for the time. Video games weren't really that well made, I guess, graphically wise. Very spooky, I guess. And my brother, he used to make us play that fucking game right before we went camping, try to scare us, but that's just typical of the brother shit. It's just a really, now looking back on it, I'm thinking all the random shit, why the pages? What does that even make any sense? I guess it's kind of be like FNAF with amount of lore, but it's really not all that much you can do with it. And I agree that the map they use is pretty fucking open and wide, and you're just going on forever. I feel like that's the biggest problem about the Slenderman game, is that there's no fucking, it's not very entertaining game. You're just finding pages in the woods and trying not to get spooked. Yeah. But Slenderman, he was probably one that didn't scare me though, so he wasn't really that scary. And the next one fucking scared the shit out of me as a kid. Well, the next two, but this first one, Jeff the fucking Killer. Jeff the Killer. He was his story wasn't really that all scary. I mean, it was alright. But that fucking image, man, that fucking image. So it scared the shit out of me. There's a couple of them. I think the one with more yellow piss filtered one looks a little more scary to me. But that shit used to haunt my fucking dreams, right? So in my house, there's a hallway that it's kind of dark. At night, it's pitch black. The problem is, it feels like a long hallway. It felt even longer as a kid. But I'd always imagine Jeff the Killer, his bright ass face fucking peeking through. So yeah, it always scared the shit out of me. Same with Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. That shit scared the shit out of me. I always thought Foxy was gonna run up my fucking hallway, just random kid shit. Yeah, I don't know why I so terrified him. And what sets Jeff the Killer aside from most of the other ones, he has a huge cult following of fucking emo kids. Emo twinks in particular are just fascinated with them. There's so many fucking emo deviant art type shit. It's just the most fucking outlandish shit for this emo. Jeff the Killer is fucking peaked because of the emo kids, right? They probably all cosplayed with him, maybe there was a lot of emo kids wearing fucking white jackets, black pants and Doc Martens, alright? They definitely try to copy his fucking look, And Jeff the Killer, he kind of reminds me of Slender Man and the Joker. They're put together. And there's a couple Steam games, but they don't look that great. I mean, Jeff the Killer is just Jeff the Killer. Can't really talk about him that much, It's kind of bland. That's the problem. They don't really have a lot of world building, But the next one also scared the shit out of me was Sonic EXE. I don't know why this one scared me so much. It was a 2-hour story I remember as a kid. It was a long ass story. I remember watching it as a kid, and then I don't know why it scared me so much. The story, I guess, that one had a more in-depth story, but I think the visual of Sonic, you know, being like a fucking evil maniac, scared the shit out of me as a kid. Honestly, I don't know why I was scared of Sonic EXE. I didn't even play Sonic. Like, it's just really awkward to think back. I don't know why. I mean, why Sonic scared me so much. Just the creepypasta story. Maybe it was just a cartoon. And the next one I remember as a kid a lot is Suicide Mouse. It's like a short, I guess. It was like a short film basically, but it's something, I guess. Honestly, it's just like Mickey Mouse hanging himself, but he's like a cartoon character or something, so it makes it fucking so scary. I put him next to Sonic EXE because they're kind of like the same fucking thing, right? And there's some other not locales, fucking creepypastas that I didn't really care much for, like Suicide Squidward, I think. I didn't really give a shit about him. Neither is the Link That Drowned or some shit. Those ones I just didn't care about. Herobrine was something. I swear to God, I always felt like Herobrine's in my world. On the Minecraft Pocket Edition. Minecraft Pocket Edition is so janky, alright? It's such a weird phase of Minecraft where it was like had like limited technology on like phones and tablets, so they couldn't make the Nether, and that was something, you know, just kind of spooky, I guess. Here's a weird one: the Pokemon Lavender Town, or the Pokemon Lavender Town. Pokemon Lavender Town. It's kind of like the song makes it real spooky. I mean, it's supposed to give a spooky vibe. I remember that as a kid, playing Pokemon Fire Red and stuff. But I mean, it has a very nice song. Like that's like one of the only Pokemon songs from the earlier years that I downloaded because I just really like it. It's really good. But they have like the creepypasta behind it is like the song made a bunch of kids die or have like a heart attack or whatever. You know, it's not really like that great in my opinion. Let's see. The next one is the Rake. The Rake always has a weird vibe to it, you know. This lengthy dude, not lengthy, but he's kind of like a weird fucking feral ghoul thing. You know, I feel like Cyrax could play the Rake, you know. It might be a little scary for, you know, even grown men to see that shit in a movie, you know. That'd be pretty fucking scary. You know. Looking back, I'm not really too well known in the newer, like, post-2014 creepypastas. Like, I'm looking online and there's not a whole lot that I remember from these. Oh, and here's one. Smile Dog. Smile Dog was like, it was alright. I mean, he had a pretty creepy image, you know, but like, honestly, the story, I don't remember it being all there. I mean, a lot of these were just like, here's a children's character. What if he committed suicide or whatever, you know, evil, or died? And that's pretty much it. Like, there's definitely a lot of duds, I feel like. I feel like most of the creepypasta count, man. Which brings me back to like Jeff the Killer and Smile Dog. Remember, those images are like in every fucking Gmod horror map, you know. Like the scary ones, a bunch of jump scares, you know, they're definitely there. You know, just not that great. But I feel like the problem with creepypastas is that a lot of kids love creepypastas. I mean, I was one of them, I can't complain. But looking online, you have like a lot of DeviantArt, Newgrounds, you know, stuff like that. Creepypasta website, you know. I mean, it's kind of a kids thing. It's kids horror, you know. I feel like horror is just a very hard thing to do well, I guess. Like, the problem is you're watching a movie, you know it's a movie, so you can't really feel like creeped out. I mean, you definitely can. I feel like true horror just comes from things that you can't control. Like, you know, if you get too scared from watching TV, you know, you just turn that shit off, right? So it brings me back, I forgot to mention, but when I was done watching Sonic EXE, or I didn't finish it, my fucking phone died, or no, my tablet, and I was fucking scared out of my mind, like this fucking Sonic EXE fucking fucking with my tablet, is he gonna kill me? But yeah, that was something. The only ones that really gave me a fright were fucking Sonic EXE and Jeff the Killer. I mean, sometimes the Rake and Slenderman would be spooky, but no, nothing much. Speaking of creepypastas, the only other one that really went mainstream was Slenderman, and both for very bad reasons. I remember the 2010s, there was this one girl, and actually, like, because there's 3 girls in the story, but you know, you probably heard this before, but like 2 of them convinced one of them, the third wheel, you know, to go in the woods at night, and they fucking stabbed the shit out of her, and her name was Slenderman. Pretty fucked up shit, but that went pretty mainstream, you know. Parents are all concerned now, finally, like, fucking stop watching football to realize, hey, maybe this isn't good for our children, you know. That was probably a turning point in creepypastas, because now there's real world negative effects to it. And you can't really, you know, it's kind of hard to like pin down fucking Slenderman, you know. Just a mentally ill girl fucking believing it's Slenderman. But anyways, another reason for Slenderman going viral was that fucking movie that came out that fucking sucked balls, right? But that was fucking terrible. I remember watching that with my cousin on my mom's side. She's like 8 years older than me. It's pretty long distance, maybe 7 years older, but I must have been like 11 or 12 or something. And we were watching that movie, I'm like, man, this movie kind of fucking sucks. I mean, we knew it sucked, alright? It was pretty slow. I think we finished it. It was the same time during when my brother and then my aunt and her husband were watching the new season of Game of Thrones or whatever when it came out. And we both all ended our night pretty disappointed. Like, I feel like I could have done a fucking better way to do Slenderman, alright? Like, if they just stick to that fucking game where, like, oh, my car crashed, you know, type of story, you know, maybe like kind of like the Blair Witch. If they went more of the Blair Witch route, they definitely could have fucking did it properly. You know, I feel like it's too slow, too many small jump scares in the very beginning of non-Slenderman related. He needs to be more like a stalker, you know, not like a main like antagonist. All right, like you kind of like step into his territory. You know, he's in the woods. I do think they did a pretty good job on the atmosphere, but it's definitely too awkward. Like, there's this YouTube channel I think that did like a Slenderman type of thing, and they did a whole lot better than this one. All right, that one had like a better story and characters and spookiness to it. So that's a big L for the studio. The problem is, I feel like the studio, they knew what Slenderman was, but they didn't really understand it. So that's why they made such a shitty film. And yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of things about creepypastas. I can go back on the, apparently it's Murder Mouse or Suicide Mouse, whatever the fuck. Maybe, I don't know, copyright hits the fucking creepypasta community. But a lot of it is just like, that one was kind of an interesting story. And then the horrifying tales at Disney Stories, those were fucking interesting. I remember, this is one image I might find, but it was on an old ass video, like 2012, and it has like this faded Mickey, you know. That's more scary than the actual fucking story, you know. That's what scared me as a kid. We're at this place where it's kind of like a remote area, and I was watching that shit, I'm like, damn, this is fucking spooky. But it was basically just about abandoned parts of Disney, like places that they don't use anymore for whatever reason. You know, the worst of actual like real life horror is like, oh, somebody died there, or somebody went missing there, or you know, this place is abandoned now due to some health reason or just money reason. You know, I guess that's the real issue. You know, you don't want to be a huge downer when you're analyzing these stories, but it's just something, I guess. You can't really do a whole lot of shit like that. I looked up Horror Disney, and I saw Many Ink Machine. That was kind of an interesting game. I remember being really into it when it was not, it was in production, and then it released like unfinished chapters. And I thought that was alright. I mean, I like it because it's unique art style. I know it's mascot horror, but I feel like it does it better than like other contemporary fucking mascot horror. But that was something, you know. I like that. I think the main reason why it's liked is the art style. I didn't actually end up buying it when it came out. I waited like till like when I was like in high school, like many years later, and it was on sale. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it. You know, it was only like probably like $5. I haven't finished the game. I was playing with my cousin, watching him play, because I know what's all gonna happen, right? he doesn't know what's happening. That's kind of like fun, you know. It's not like I'm telling him what to do, but I'm just like sitting there, you know, knowing the jump scares and seeing what. I mean, he's not gonna freak out and throw the controller, but it's just very fun to watch him play the game. And yeah. So you know, kind of a fun game to play. Anyways, back to fucking Creepypasta. Jeff the Killer. I didn't mention this, but the story of fucking Jeff the Killer is so edgy and emo. Like, rereading it when I was in high school, I realized it was like a fucking fan fiction of like a 12-year-old's fantasy, right? It definitely screams emo. It's just like over the top edginess, fucking so bad, alright? Like, it completely ruins the character, you know, such a scary image, and that's all they can think of as the backstory behind it. The image is definitely the most creepiest part about fucking Jeff the Killer. Other than that, it's just really not that all there. And, yeah. My final thoughts on Creepypasta is that some of them scared me, like Sonic EXE and Jeff the Killer, but as I've grown older, you know, they don't seem that scary as I thought. And, I'll probably talk about creepy experiences later, honestly. I feel like it's just hard to remember them. I'd probably have to, like, think of it and then write it down. You know, so, I mean, I can start thinking about them, but it's just gonna be a lot. But back to this level, Lego Dagobah, it's pretty good, honestly. It's definitely probably the most atmospheric, I feel like, in the entire Star Wars. Like, it's pretty well reflected on the movie of this, like, creepiness area. It honestly kind of reminds me of the Halo flood mission when you first see them, you know, in the fog and shit. So it has, like, that nice spookiness to it. And, yeah. The puzzle was a little fucking difficult. I don't know why I just was a retard and didn't know how to use the time properly with the mushrooms and R2-D2. Another nitpick I have with this is the fucking Yoda thing. I mean, it makes sense for its progress. I like what they did, but it's just kind of annoying to have, like, Yoda, like, hop on and then, like, you can use the Force. But, like, I don't know. And then the fucking bats, that's fucking annoying. Like, way too many fucking bats. I wish, like, they had one snake in the entire thing. Like, add some more snakes or whatever, you know? Like, it's just a one-trick pony with the bats, and they add, like, 10,000 bats. It's just way too much. And I wish we went inside the house for the cutscene. I don't think we did. So, you know, that's kind of like a scene on fucking Lego, alright? And, I don't know. I think the first time we see Yoda, it's so weird. Because, like, compared to, like, the prequels Yoda, like, it's such a weird comparison. Like, in the original trilogy, Yoda's like a happy fucking little gremlin, you know, just stealing his shit, you know, testing his patience. But in the fucking, like, prequels, he's like a jaded fucking leader, you know. He gets all depressed. Like, I feel like the swamp fucking made him crazy between that time, you know, like 20 years in isolation. But that's something, you know. Guess we all gotta learn about what living in the swamp does to you. On a side note, I've been listening to I Need You by the Beatles from the Help album. Since I've been watching that movie, or I watched that movie a couple days ago, Help. It's pretty good in my previous video, too. Bad to Me is also a pretty good song. It's a demo version only, so, you know. I'll Be Back, that's also a pretty good one. Not a Second Time, and Anna. A lot of good Beatles songs, honestly. And then another thing is that Clipchamp decided to fucking update, which means my video would have got fucking deleted again if I not fucking decided to only record the audio in this section. I didn't actually put any images yet. Thank God, because that would have fucking pissed me off. That would have been like the second time that Clipchamp tried to fucking delete my videos. It happened like yesterday too, so if this keeps up, you know, I might have to switch to like fucking Canva or some shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, why do you make yourself worse, alright? Like, you should not fucking do that, you know? It's just a pain in the ass. So I think they are starting to fucking make it shittier because of Microsoft or greed, who the fuck knows. So in the future, my videos might look a little different. If I have to fucking change editing software, I guess. Who knows? This video might not last since they're gonna fucking maybe charge me for storage or what, you know, the fucking greedy bastards. But anyways, today wasn't a unusual day for college, I guess. I had a little extra spare time than normal, so I did go ahead and try to see what songs worked. And typically it's like 90, like probably like 80% copyright. But for some reason, I was on a real lucky streak and only had one copyright. So yeah, some new Beatles songs for me to use that I'm using right now for this, even though I haven't put them in yet. But that's all pretty cool, you know. It's nice to have your little fucking wins on the YouTube algorithm and shit like that. And if you're still here this far, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Just an absolute most beautiful day outside. You know, just don't get spooked by the woods, man. Slenderman ain't real. But I mean, when I look at the woods now, I'm like, shit, I could get lost. You know, that'd be pretty fucking scary. You always hear shit like fucking like it's forest dudes who live like in the Appalachians, but that's just like the internet. Who knows? Maybe they exist. But anyways, have an absolutely beautiful day. Just a beautiful sunny day, morning, night, whenever you're watching. And I'll see you around.